90s, considered by many as the golden era of gaming, with the release of classic titles such as Mario64, Banjo Kazooi, Tekken 3, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, PUBG 3D. These games set up the future of gaming, with Mario defining what an actual game looks like, Castlevania inventing a completely new genre, and Tekken is Tekken. So no doubt 90s was filled to the brim with good games, and today I'll be talking and ranking some of these games that I have played way too much. Have you played any first-person shooter that ever existed in any timeline in any universe? Well, it probably was inspired by Doom. Multiple weapons, ammo and health packs being color-coded, expansive and often confusing maps, all these precedents were set up by Doom and the music of this game. Running and gunning with a shotgun in hand, with that music running in the background, makes you feel like a badass who slays demons with a chainsaw on Mars. It's all based on true events. I have beaten the entire Soul series, Elden Ring, Sekiro, beaten Absolute Radiance in Hollow Knight and completed God of War on the hardest difficulty. But I cannot beat Contra. Contra was made in the darkest depths of hell by the Dark Lord and given to humans as a YouTube prank. I am sure this game cannot be beaten. You die once in this game and it sends you back to the start. Bye bye to all that progress you've been making. Mortal Kombat came to home consoles in 1993, but before that it was already playable on the arcade cabinets and there wasn't any issue. But when it came to home consoles, it was visible to the parents. Games in the 90s were supposed to be innocent toys for children, but one day someone's mom walked in on his innocent child playing Mortal Kombat and this was happening.
Flawless victory fatality.
So due to this gruesome, violent video game, the ESRB rating system was created where games were rated for their targeted age group. However, you should know that even though Mortal Kombat was so violent that it made it to the news, it is very funny. Why was a game where you ripped off other people's spine funny? I am glad you asked. It's funny because Liu Kang could do this. Scorpion could do this. And a 2D sprite of a man came and went. Where all other sci-fi shooters begin with a big plot point or an exposition dump or get straight into the action, Half-Life starts with a simple tram ride. Even though the last boss of Half-Life is a giant fetus baby with 3 arms and psychic powers, Half-Life believes in subtlety. The game never relinquishes control away from the player by showing an expository cutscene, but rather it tells the story through its environment and the NPCs that were living in the said environment. No doubt Half-Life has been one of the most influential games in history that inspired thousands of people to mod the original assets of the game to make entirely new video games. Cry of Fear, Afraid of Monsters, Half-Life Opposing Forces and even the original Counter-Strike were all games that were mods of the original Half-Life. So what's the one game that's even better than Half-Life, is more difficult than Contra, is more hardcore than Doom and has more blood and gore than Mortal Kombat?
Super Mario Bros. 2!